Snow erases the tracks, but the dread always remains. On a winter night deep in the Ural Mountains, a tent hangs in tatters, slashed open from the inside. 9 sets of footprints, some of them bare, press into the snow before they vanish. The bodies, discovered later, bear injuries that defy a simple explanation of freezing. The scene whispers of a sudden, panicked flight from an unseen terror. From a frozen slope, we travel to a calm Australian beach. A man is found resting against a seawall, dressed in a pristine suit, his polished shoes untouched by the sand. All the labels have been snipped from his clothing. In a hidden pocket, a scrap of paper torn from a rare book bears a single phrase: "It is ended." The Somerton man remains a perfect puzzle, a case so neat it feels curated. The only answer comes on the tide. Sometimes the horror is found much closer to home. In rural Germany, the Hinterkaifeck farmstead stands silent. A single set of footprints leads from the woods to the house, but none lead away. For days, smoke rises from the chimney and the cattle are fed, yet the family is never seen again. The ordinary becomes unnerving when a simple exit vanishes from the story. These thresholds between the known and the unknowable are where the deepest mysteries lie. On the outskirts of a city, under a blanket of wet leaves, a cardboard box holds the body of a small boy. His identity is an empty space, a question mark at the heart of the investigation. We call him the boy in the box. A name is the first thread of justice, and without it, the entire fabric can unravel. Investigators search for patterns in the pauses, for clues hidden in the negative space, because every unknown victim is a story that has been stolen. To find answers, we must enter the quiet rooms where the past is stored. Here, in the sterile air of an evidence locker, the objects themselves tell their tales. A gloved hand lifts a torn jacket. A paper tag taps against a metal shelf. Each item is a silent witness, a piece of a puzzle waiting for the right light, the right eyes. But these puzzles are fragile. The search for truth is easily compromised, sometimes by kindness, like a blanket offered too soon, obscuring evidence. An avalanche is proposed to explain the shredded tent in the Urals, but the theory crumbles against the victim's injuries. When we choose an explanation that fits only some of the facts, are we finding the truth or just a story that lets us sleep at night? We crave closure, but the silence of these cases is a choice of its own. And in that silence, fear takes root. Modern science promises a light in the darkness. Deoxyribonucleic acid can name the nameless and condemn the guilty. Yet even here, the path is clouded. Trace samples yield only partial clues, and time degrades the data. Across a river dividing 2 jurisdictions, a case file gathers dust because responsibility is a bridge no one wants to cross. For the families left behind, reopening a file means reopening a wound, forcing a choice between the quiet of forgetting and the pain of asking why. These old cases are not just history, they are lessons. They teach us how to protect a scene, how to preserve a clue. Because, as any archivist will tell you, the loudest piece of evidence is often the one that is missing. It's the silence that points the way into corridors where even the maps begin to lie.